So, I'm really pleased to meet some of you for the first time, others for the second time, and I hope that you will enjoy listening to me, and I hope that I will not, be a boredom, but I will try to be as concise and precise as possible. I was asked, by Professor, as you know, whom I really thank for his warm welcome, as I do thank you too, to talk about pragmatics in the field of language teaching. I must admit that when I was first introduced to the field of pragmatics, this went back to nearly 13 or 14 years ago, I found the field quite interesting because it tells you about a lot of things about language and how meaning is achieved in language. Something that we, as normal users, daily users of language, we take for granted. But in fact, when you go deeper into the matter, you find things are so complex and a lot of cognitive process happen in our minds that you are bewildered. Then I went on reading about pragmatics. Then I come across teaching the pragmatics. I was astonished. So I said to myself, how could we teach pragmatics? How could we teach it? And it took me years to understand later how we could possibly teach pragmatics. So today we will talk about pragmatics and teaching it in the EFL context or the EIL context. What do I mean by EFL? What do I mean by EIL? EFL is English as a foreign language, and EIL is English as an international language, or we call it as lingua franca. That's Widdowson, Barbara Seitenhofer, they all used this term. Now, I don't know, what do we mean by pragmatics? What do we mean by pragmatics? Pragmatics, there are a lot of definitions of the word pragmatics, but one of the most used is the one that refers to, is the one used by Henry Widdowson in his book 1990, Aspects of Foreign Language, Aspects of Language Teaching, and the one used later by Giorgio in 1996, the book called Pragmatics. Pragmatics is the study of meaning in context. How language means in context. Mind you, there is a difference between what language means in itself per se and what we do mean by using language in context. You see the difference. What language means and what we do mean by using language in context. For instance, if I take the word beautiful, nice, beautiful, you look at the word, you look at the dictionary, and you find beautiful means something very nice, something charming. This is one meaning. This is what language means by itself. We call this the semantic meaning. The semantic meaning. Now, if I take the same word and use it in a particular context, I find someone, let's say I found, a horrible, no good-looking woman that I hate, and I will say to her, well, you look beautiful tonight, today, don't you, yeah? Do I mean nice? No, I mean totally something different. The contrast of what the word actually means. So here, the meaning shifts from something very nice to something horrible. This is what we call pragmatics. Here, I use the word, meaning it in a particular context, but I gave it but I gave it another explanation and another dimension. This is, I mean, the same. This is, I mean, the aim of pragmatics. Now, I go back to teaching pragmatics. Language, the English language, in particular, in the English language, language has grown in status. Language, the growth of English and its globalization. Language has, it is said that the greatest success of England is the English language. The English language is being used everywhere. All the world, you see here, the number of people using English is increasing on an unprecedented scale, and the spread of English shows no signs of stopping. Every day, people start learning English. English is used by people who are non-native speakers. Here, we are in Japan. You are non-native speakers of the English language. I'm a non-native speaker, though we are using English. So imagine what's happening all around the world. It has not only grown in states by being a great national language, now English is a great national language, but also recognized as the world language for information exchange, business encounters, and international communication. So if you want to talk in business with the whole world, talk in English. If you want to talk about politics, talk in English. Wherever you want, wherever you go, talk in English. I have a lot of friends from England, and they tell me no need for me to learn another foreign language because everybody speaks my language. Why should I learn that? Well, this is their point of view. I don't agree. So, how this achievement was possible? How come that this English language became so powerful, so widespreadly used? According to the House, she says that there are 4 reasons for that, 4 factors. The worldwide extension of the British Empire. The British Empire, I mean, was nearly everywhere. Now, another point, the political and economic rise of the US to world power status after the Second World War. America, United States, became a world power, just after the war, the Second World War. Then the unprecedented developments in information and communication technologies. What, for instance, Microsoft has done is something, Microsoft has, in a sense or another, contributed in the development of